Oh, high rated lad. Probably the highest that we've faced so far. We're just playing b6 against anything white does, really. Okay, we just had this opening. In here, we want to go there. Knight f3, I believe, is actually the move. The one that should be played. Let's bring the knight in. I think this is some kind of theory. Let's try to play some weird stuff. A5. Like knight a6. Queen d4, very reasonable move. Bishop e7 to f6, and also a4 at all times will be pretty nice. I'm just going to go chill. Bishop e7. Still, this one's not possible. I think you can kind of play this move now. So I am looking at bishop f6. And then a4 is like the holy grail to prevent b4 forever. d6, a4. It's a positional battle here. Bishop takes b2 is a big threat, though. I'm about to castle. Queen's Indian transposition. Well, yeah, sort of. Yeah. This pretty much is the Queen's Indian. But yes, we didn't get it from the most standard move order, so. You are correct. This is a very comfortable situation already. a4, d6, and what to do here? I'm thinking that a4 would be really nice. Gonna go with that. Don't want to deal with this move at all. And even though this might have won a pawn, there was like some bishop moves as well. Queen d4. Okay, so he's walking into knight b3, which already says something about the position. Like knight b3 right now is no good. Takes here, bishop takes. Knight b3, bishop takes, and then I have to take with the pawn in order to get this to work. I'm just wondering if that's my like best course of action. This position might be like a little uncomfy to try to win there. This move's also possible. Yeah, I don't see many things other than eventually having to take here. So I should probably just do it. The last option would be to take here. Queen takes and like castle, something like that. Is that worth it? Because that's pretty clean in a way. But we're gonna have to go for the computer line. The computer would take the material. We're gonna play like an accurate Andy. Yeah, again, we have this option, but it just doesn't look like enough. So let's do it. The engine again would not be afraid of this and would just play knight here. Because, you know, if you take here, like I'm not better there. But Queen h6 is annoying. That's probably the move I missed. Because you obviously don't want to take here, but Queen h6 is like a bit yucky. You never feel good about that kind of coordination. Like that's just a draw, which we'll obviously do once. Sometimes with 36 seconds, you have a little bit of pressure on your opponent because they might not play the best continuation because they want to definitely beat you. But objectively here, takes. There's like a pawn on d7. I can't move my rook. Like, one can only assume that black is significantly worse there. So I think it probably will be a draw because I think he's not going to risk too much. But going here is simply not good. This move I consider to be a little bit risky. So now my rook is not only safe, but actually gets out, and my knight comes back. So this is kind of what I was talking about when I said you have a little bit of pull when you're worse, but you know your opponent, like you're down on time, so your opponent is kind of like they're trying to beat you, so they're gonna take more risks. Rook f3 happens. And we escaped the fire, I think. Yeah, I mean, he has to take. Wow. Okay. C6 should be nasty. That's a pretty nasty move. Okay, that was a little weird. I think I've been playing too many low-rated players. Rook takes b3 was a wild move, by the way. It was almost like a mix of like stream snipe plus like what on earth? But maybe this is the 2400 pre-move kind of pre-moves, flagging moves. Those are always good moves to make. 16 months from GM99, welcome back. Okay, we've had this sort of thing a few times. This is one of those openings where you win a pawn, but it's actually still completely fine for white. But players that play white usually lose the pawn and like kind of overreact to the fact that they're losing a pawn. Not in a good way. But I think if you look with the engine on this, the engine sees black win a pawn and has an evaluation very close to equal. Sleazy, the only rule that I mean, you could be right, but the main rule that I know about f5, whenever you're playing f5 to capture on g2 in the opening, if your bishop's on f8, then f5 is bad. And if your bishop's there, then f5 is good, because you can play king f8 after any check, and you never ever get mated. Knight f6 and take back, and you just win material. So, if the bishop's developed from f8, you can almost always play f5, and if the bishop's on f8, then f5 is like lost. All I really want to do is be able to castle. But that's a tough ask. Doesn't look like super nice, but I think we have to play king f7. Yeah, unfortunately this move works. I have to go probably here, honestly. Bishop g6 is a weird little configuration there, but I believe it does work. And queen check 92 is this like configuration you never want to be in, where it's like the perfect perfect defense. I wonder if I can bait him into moving his king there. We might have this idea. And then at least we're breathing in this game. So, like, I wonder... Queen h6. I mean, yeah, there's queen g5 as well, but... then queen h6. So the other one is queen f4. King here, bishop check. King here. That's an issue because the queen's under attack. So let's go check for a sec. Just see where he wants to go. Because, you know, the other thing I can do is just play queen g7 and trade everything. And I will win the rook on h1. And I don't think that's completely... I don't think that's completely easy for my opponent at all. So this one is certainly on my mind. You know, just really annoying because bishop h6 is like... It's just like a really nasty move. Bishop h6 is like, bleh. I just need this stupid knight. Like I need to be able to move my king. That's the issue. I don't think there's a way to play this at the moment, so... I mean, you almost have to do this and take. Take. That looks pretty rough, though. Queen h5 looks like okay, but knight e2, and I have the same issues, except this isn't even... This isn't even pinned anymore. I think we need to go here and try to take this bishop here. I suppose we should throw in the check. No, let's go here. Yeah, rook g8 would be nice. Yeah, this would be nice, but pipe dreams at the moment. Rook on the other side of my king so that at least I can bring my myself back in. Oh, I'm in full try hard now. Because before we weren't, Kappa. Yeah, rook there. Probably gonna have to take this. Maybe rook d1 queen here, and you might get super excited about like that. Annoying move. For sure annoying. This knight, right? It covers everything. I don't have a check. Not having a check is always brutal. No checks for me. Also don't have enough time here. I should pre-move this in case he does king e4. We had a hope there. Because you should never pre-move the best move when it's not really going to help you. Whereas if it's 1 a.m., people are like, oh damn, it's pretty late for the guy. Whereas personally, I consider 1 a.m. like absolutely not unreasonable to be awake and playing chess at. And I consider 9 a.m. absolutely, completely unreasonable to be awake and playing chess at. 9 a.m. Nobody should be playing chess that early in the day. So this is a good example, Sleazy. F5 here, I would consider to be like lost, like not a good move. I'm a degen. I don't know. I wonder what percentage of the world is like thinks 1 a.m. is late versus not, and what percent of the world thinks 9 a.m. is early versus not. Because I definitely know a lot of people that if I said to them that 9 a.m. was early, they'd be like, that's crazy. I'm up at 7 every day. And people that sleep before midnight, they're like, are you kidding me? 1 a.m. late? Or sorry, they'd be like, are you kidding me? 1 a.m. acceptable? Huh? Age may be a factor. I mean, I'm going to bed like earlier and earlier as I get older, or like getting more tired. But even if that's the case, even if I was like asleep at 12 a.m. every day, I still wouldn't consider 1 a.m. that late. Whereas like if I had to play chess, I'd probably rather do it at 1 a.m. than 9 a.m. for a very large part of my life. But I know I'm in the heavy minority here for sure. I just would be curious what the actual numbers are. I think if he doesn't play this move, his position is just really bad, so. Get a dog, and 1 a.m. is very late. Well, also kids, right? But yeah, no dogs for me. At least not in the foreseeable future. No, Buck81. I'm not a young whippersnapper. I'm turning 30 this year, later this year. Yeah, Henry, I think the vibe is like, if he goes here, then it's just messy regardless. If he doesn't and he goes here, you know, then I think we just bring the boys out. Maybe go c4 and push here. In general, you don't want to take when the knight's on b1, because White's knight would rather go to c3. So you wait for knight d2 and then you take. I was almost 100% sure that he was going to play this, because why the hell would you not? I think I want to castle, take here. I'm okay like giving a, you know, a piece back for that pawn if necessary. But something like queen f1, castles, takes, knight takes g6. I mean, that looks fine for me. Because there's like 3 pieces MIA here. Once the rook's double, it looks pretty good for me. Queen b5 also is a threat of sorts. Rook h8. I think it's the vibe. Because like even if I play bishop and knight against rook position here, the rook is better. Sounds like Eddie's a dog person. Manor Monkey, are you trying to play a tournament with your friend Eddie? That should do it. With this apparently janky stand until 2350. Yeah, my camera is more tilted than me, which is not supposed to ever be the case. That should never be a thing. Has to be going here. It's like annoying. I really want to play this and put a knight on d4, but not so easily achieved. Throw the knight in there. Perhaps b5 was a little more ambitious. Speaking of ambitious, whoa there. Okay. If takes, I don't think you can take that way because of the pawn. Wow. This guy's just coming at me. Go here. Hey, brah.
Hey, buddy.
We just got a sub for my chess.
Yeah.
Short Bus Hero.
That's a great username, and shout out to the Short Bus Heroes in the chat. I'm a Short Bus Hero. I think I'm running in that race as well.
You made it out the mud.
I don't have underscores. I would probably have an original username.
Thank you to Short Bus Hero. Great username. And you got us one of our quickest wins today. Eddie's really been beaking as well this evening.
He's not beaking me. I know Eddie wouldn't beak me because my guns can come out and take him out anytime. I know Eddie doesn't want to deal with these bad boys. Right, Eddie? You don't want to mess with those. Eric looks like a gas station employee that gets their first paycheck and disappears. Is that a good one from Tommy, really?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I was actually waiting for someone to laugh to make fun of them as well. So Rantuk and Kumik Chang probably have low taste.
Yeah. Low bar.
Very low bar. Speaking of Short Bus Heroes.
They exposed themselves.
They did.
Physics, thanks for the gifted sub again, dude.
Alrighty, so you're in for the movie, eh?
Yes.
You're really in.
Oh yeah.
We haven't had our genre much in theaters. Like during COVID, they stopped releasing the kind of movies we like to watch.
Yeah.
They're all direct to
Oh, for sure. Bullet Train.
Oh, Brad Pitt's in it, eh? Okay.
Isn't he the main guy?
I just thought it was just like a crappy movie for us to watch.
Oh, hello to the Major Beast, Lethbridge Chess. This song is a banger, says Eddie. I didn't even know you spoke like that, Eddie.
He's learned the lingo from us.
Song.
I think that's
song
why
is a
he's
banger.
That's why he's tier 3. Guard Tiger seems like a name from the past, like 5 years ago. I could be misremembering, but that seems like a random old name from a very long time ago.
I think that's a good call. And I would really never bet against you. Yeah. Following since 2015.
But it hasn't probably chatted in like 4 years or something.
Has 3 total messages in the chat.
Oh, I'm pretty close. August 2019, so a full 3 years. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's chatted once and I remembered.
Guard Tiger, following since 2015. Like, we might have seen his name from checking the viewer list.
Yes. Hey, Robin and Kevin, do you guys want to watch Bullet Train this week at the movies? Just a nice action thriller with your buddy Brad. Let me know. The boys are in.
Voice note, brah. Are you discovering efficiency through voice notes?
I'm a clumsy typer, and yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, maybe Henry. I had a bad experience trying to play the engine moves in a few games ago, remember? So I'm off that now.
That's right, Lethbridge chess. I am practicing for that. Major Beast in aisle 2. We got Major Beast in aisle 2. Roger.
Dr. Lord Mayonnaise, 5 gifted subs.
We got Dr. Lord Mayonnaise. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Yep, he's spreading the love. Big Mayo. Not the first 5 today from Dr. Lord, but Dr. Lord is gifting more when it's getting towards the end of the London series. He's a big London hater. So I think he's excited every time the rating goes up because he knows that it's closer to being over.
I hope it's not over.
Really?
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a big club supporting you there.
You have some passionate London viewers on YouTube, Amon, that they don't want to shorten or cancel the next season. Nothing.
They don't want it to be the last hurrah.
It'll be one of those shitty superhero movies that gets axed, and then you got some people protesting in costume outside and loud furries.
Yes.
Loud and proud furries.
Those sound like London supporters. London enjoyers. Loud furries.
Hey, thanks, Ruin.
I definitely generally agree with you, Kwame Chenag. Every superhero movie is shit. Yes. You definitely don't get many of these. Just a random high. Text prop.
That's a friendly one.
Yeah. Just a high. Let's take this. And there's some weaknesses now.
You know who had more energy than usual in India? Benjamin Bach. He actually stayed out late. He was drinking one night. I think it might be the girlfriend, but he was like
GF effect.
The GF, the American GF. Like he was out there a little bit. Like I was a little surprised. I even told him that. I even told him I was surprised. I was like, you know,
nice to get some feedback from your bras.
I'm like, you shaved your head. Not a big fan of that, but the energy being emitted is respectable.
Right.
Have I seen that he shaved his head? Well, I just said I was with him.
It's hard not to see
Can you really see the guy in
forehead
person
approaching
and not see his shaved head? Well, it's strong for scaring away ladies, but he has a lady. He doesn't need to.
Maybe he wants to scare them away.
Exactly.
To ruin other people's chances.
Exactly. If I meet a guy, I'm gonna inspect their head. That's just protocol. Helmets, no helmet.
Seems legit.
Nobody's getting past our radar.
Bach definitely seems like he's ready to let loose. Maybe he's learning what he can from the American GF, and he's gonna apply it.
I see what this was, Zaman. I shaved my head for an Olympiad, but box is more aggressive. Just get Robin to give his opinion and you'll hear some funny stuff. But no, he had some energy, so he stayed out late one of the nights, and
Great. Well, Frank LSD, I think, is going down for a second time here. We're playing a Canadian. We don't have the white pieces. We'll play our B6 that we've been playing so far. Hey, check raise flops. But yeah, Eric is obviously in the he's in the mood right now for some good chess. C4 expected. Let's go solid. Where do we want to put this thing? This is an idea. He'll probably play A3 there. If we go here, he's definitely going to be controlling the C file. But I think what we want is we want rook C8 and knight B8. Looks a little bit strange, but so I'm actually probably going to take this. I actually wonder if I had the move knight c5 on the last turn. It was an interesting idea. Anyways, queen there, there's rook c7. So let's go knight here, rook back. Okay, well, let's attack the rook, see where he wants to go. If I get queen here and rook there, that's enough. I'm happy. But yeah, I expect the queen is going to join in front of the rook here. Let's go queen d7. Be nice to get the rook over. Not super easy. Yeah. Got some coffee. Some sustenance. So the queen wants to come into c7. Bishop d8 is kind of a move here to consider. Also, moves like this where you just get the queen out. We just have to untangle here. And, you know, if he's playing really well, it might not be possible. Let's go knight here. Can only expect one move, really. After knight a6, and that would be a3. This rook needs to move. Okay. Slowly but surely. Is b5 an idea? Then queen c6 packs a little more of a punch. Bishop here to then move the knight in is also pretty reasonable. Let's try that. Not only can I move the knight back, but rook b7 to c7 is a nice idea now. Trying to get untangled here. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. Could go with rook b7, but now that I see this, I think I like the knight here. Attacking some squares. Okay, just go here. If he doesn't bring the queen back, I will move this knight, which I think is kind of nice. Let's go here. Now it is surely time for a move like this, right? Need to get something going. Maybe knight takes an a6. Queen there, we can go queen f7. Time for some coffee. It helps entitled Tuesday, Bucko. It's gotta help here, right? I'm actually a little tempted to do that. Let's go here. I think I'll try to keep things a little more mobile. But if I was really trying to draw the game, I think I would have probably played that by now. Well, now I almost have to do it. Let's play b5. b5 looks nice. Okay, now b5. And his d-pawn actually not so easy to defend. I think he has some ways, but don't think that was one of them. Maybe let's keep the knights on the board here. This knight wants to be on that square now. Pretty much gotta take that. Okay, go here. Ooh, did not see that, which is never a good sign. We'll give bishop c7 check. I mean, If we take his pawn, we're not really supposed to lose the game. So I always have bishop c7. Oh, that could not have been a worse move. 95. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that should be a loss. GG for him. Okay, we got another game with the black pieces as we make our way to hopefully 2400. It's always a good sign when you're moving up rather than down. And because I've talked about 2400 being the goal, it feels good to be moving in that direction. Definitely thinking about d5 here. But depends what he does. Okay, he goes here. I think I'll go g5 and d6. If you guys watched Eric do the hippo speedrun a while back, there's some shades of that here. Let's go a6, knight to d7 most likely. Of course, some sort of b5 move as well. Nice to just kick that bishop back, gain some space. I've been playing b6 every game, Ruin, so I've been playing a certain opening and whatever I want, which is the best combo to have. Hello to Valentinian and Bob K. But yes, I've been playing b6 against every single move, so that's been consistent. Thanks for the raid, Alexandra Kosteniuk, that is. Shout out to the chess queen herself. What do we want to do here? I will play knight g6. Maybe trying to get a knight into f4. Appreciate the raid. I guess maybe Alexander was playing in Title Tuesday? Question mark. I wasn't playing, but Eric did, and I think he came tied for first, second overall. Hopefully yours was successful as well. But myself, I didn't compete in it, so took the morning off. Yeah, that's right, Val. You have a lot of YouTube fans. A lot of YouTube fans. Let's go here. Curious which diagonal this bishop wants to stay on. And he picked the more annoying diagonal. Great. Love that. It's castle. Maybe queen e7. Nicola gifting us up to Alexandra Kosteniuk. Oh, thank you, Nicola. If we take here first, I think it does work. Right. White might have to play pawn takes, which is a little bit gross. Let's do this. Thank you to Nicola Stojan. Hello to Valab. Squirrely, what's up? I would love to play c5, c4. Of course, my queen is under attack right now, so can't quite do that. I assume he'll probably play like queen e4, queen b7, something like that. Queen e7, c5, c4, rook d8 all look like good moves next. Gifted sub to Chess Queen and Squirrely. You're catching all VIPs with no subs, Nicola. I think we just won a pawn here. So nice start. Queen h5 seems like a very good move. Queen f6, there's knight e4. However, I can play queen f5 and knight f4. That's what I'm thinking of. The other move is just queen e7, which is good. Simple, good. But I kind of do want to play knight f4. If I play queen here, I don't know, maybe he tries f4? Okay. Need to make some decisions here. Yeah, I'm gonna go queen e7. These are the next moves I want. And f4, if it does happen, I think I'll take everything and go queen g5, which looks like a... Okay, see, I was reading my opponent very well. Queen trade is very good here. It's also forced. I'm not only up a pawn, but this bishop is not going to be very good against this pawn. It can't move at all. And c5, c4 has the idea to lock it out if I can achieve that. Okay, he's probably going here next. And what do we want to do? Rook d8, rook there. You know, knight g6, and I'm just wondering about rook g4. Like, how do I handle that pawn being attacked? I'm gonna do something like c5, I think. Start with c5, bring the knight back, and I have a devious idea here. I'm gonna take this knight, and I'm gonna play the move c4. So I'm actually gonna hand my opponent back a pawn, but I'm playing permanently against this bishop. Yes, there is a4 to excavate that thing, but a4 takes also uncovers an attack. So this is my plan. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm playing against the bishop on a2 fully. So yes, it's locked up, but it's not clear that what I'm doing is actually, you know, the best decision. Let's go rook d5. So technically my opponent's like down a piece, but it remains to be seen whether that's actually going to be meaningful. Okay, let's get our king out of the way. There's no h5 anymore. And a4, like I said, I'm not sure it actually helps white because it just gives me an avenue to attack. Keep bringing our pieces out. Not something we really want to take because he's going to free his bishop. However, it does give me a pawn. But I think at this point, I'm just so attached to this bishop being trapped there that I'm not going to do anything about it. This one doesn't work quite as well anymore. Let's go back here. I'll go knight c6 next. Just force this rook to do something. Let's go for b4. I don't like that my idea is not as cool as I once thought it was. Maybe we can maiden. It's not actually working, but we'll definitely flag. Well, it was a cool idea while it lasted. So DC5 is the best move there, but it's kind of the hardest to show, so I decided not to do it. Decided to keep it a little more London-centric with E3, but I think in hindsight, that was probably the wrong decision. And he played it really well after that, like, kind of showed why that isn't really a great line. Let's get rid of these bishops here. Never like to keep my light squared bishop in this position. Okay, no problemo. Let's bring the rook. Knight f5. How is this username available? Glenfitish75. I know, it's a popular one, believe me. Let's bring in knight d6, bishop d7. I like these pieces here. Okay, happy to do that. The thing about this position is like you put your bishop on f6, but I don't know, it doesn't do a lot there. Plus I can always get rid of it. Okay, maybe my bishop wants to sit on h6. No, he goes here. So now bishop e7. Tempting, but what I am going to do is I'm gonna go a5. Probably going to go bishop h6 just to get my rook out and then put my bishop back on f8. I don't really care about this guy. I think my bishop's better than his. Actually supports a real idea here. And I don't want to play this just yet because I don't want to give him the a file. So I want to connect my rooks, then go for b4. And no, I'm not intending anything over here. This is just to get my pieces out. Now, if I go here, he's going to go rook a1. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that just yet. I also want to bring my bishop back. Don't want to let him play bishop here. So now I'm going to play like king c6, for example, and I can double my rooks and then play something to the effect of b5. Because he's sitting there with his rooks doubled, so we can't really play b4 until we do something like this first. Now at least, although he has the a file, well, we have the b file as well to play with. I think it's about time. Like, I almost just have to do it, right? The other move I could do is king c6. Do we want to build this up anymore? Takes rook a5. Okay, I'm convinced. I'll play king c6 first. Knight g5 will take it. Time for b4, rook a6 check, we can block that. Okay, so this rook move is actually interesting. If I go here, rook a5 is potentially the move. Maybe I can set a trap for him. Rook a5, I want to go rook a6. But also, rook e8, it's not clear that, like, I don't know, is that rook doing anything down there? Rook here. Okay, well now rook a6 looks very tempting. Also, takes, rook b2, knight c2. Kind of keeps me at bay there. Let's go here, though. I'll definitely try to bring the king now. Where is this knight going? Knight here. Okay, I find that annoying. Let's go here. Let's go here. Need to do something with this bishop. Oh man, he's really closing it up for the boys here. All right, this knight needs to do something. Probably knight on b5 is correct. We're going to be letting his bishop out, but that also in turn lets our bishop out. So bishop d8, knight b5. I think we want to... It's an idea with b3, but yeah, for sure we want to take this. Very surprising move. Probably a bad one. Okay, let's go here. This is very annoying. Like, I want to get rid of this knight situation. Bishop to b6. Let's attack this pawn. Doesn't really seem to be defending it. He's going to put his king here. And then we have to think, because he wants to bring his knight to g5. So now let's bring the knight back to e6. It hits this pawn and guards g5 from that square, which is really, like, fantastic. And I think there's a very good chance of a Zugzwang. I mean, like, it's just hard to live with all your pawns on these squares like this, I would hope. Let's bring our king in here, or at least make the attempt. Okay, this is what we want. So we're definitely going to trade for this. Now the question is, I think if we get our bishop to b4, we're definitely happy. Let's go here. Our king can't really be on a better square, so I think getting this bishop around is kind of the way to go. And the king and pawn endgame should be winning from what I can see. Yeah, so here. Definitely he can't let me take. So king a4. And then king c3. And if king here, there's b3, which is a draw, but king a5, and now b3, I get the opposition. And if he moves his king back, maybe I try king b4. King b5. I believe I want king b3. My freckled friend here is getting triangulated. I think I have to play this. There we go. Potato Fever, thanks for the 8 months with Prime. Thanks for the 8 months again, Potato Fever. We're gonna go for our bishop to b7 opening here. Okay, standard. Yeah, another game with the black pieces, eh? It's really not working out for us here. d5. I want to play bishop takes c3. Knight e5 is really common here. It's one of the only moves to avoid that. Knight here, I'm kind of looking at bishop b5. Looks slightly annoying. Maybe I play c6 there? Yeah, let's try that. c6. Interesting move. Knight takes, maybe a6. And yeah, this one I don't think you really want to do as white. This guy's falling, maybe some rook c8. Should we take this right away? Let's grab it. Knight a4 looks annoying. Knight e2 check. The king can't go here, but after king there, I'm not sure how I'm getting my knight out, honestly. There's rook c8, rook takes c2 to consider. But it really looks, honestly, it looks really sketchy. How sketchy are we trying to be right now? Also, rook c8, d5 looks very, very, very suspicious. So I don't think I want to get into that. Let's play this. I think our opponent has some meaningful threats coming up. Quite meaningful. Like f5 and d5 are both just generally annoying moves that are incoming. How to deal with them? Like, I think d5 is really annoying. Yeah, let's start with knight here. I think we kind of have to go knight f6 here. f5. I think it's time for probably rook c8. And is this bishop any better or worse on one of these squares? Probably doesn't matter. Rook takes c2, takes. We have king f7. If I want this bishop here for any reason, I'm not so sure. Let's take this. And if rook c1, I think we take and play king d7. Should be fine. One thing might have been like rook c3, rook takes, and then there's like knight d5 to hit the bishop. That's a pretty reasonable consideration. I think knight b5 doesn't really have any sting to it. Okay, yeah, he's letting this pawn hang. I don't think we're gonna take it. Knight c3 looks like a nice way to just kind of trade things down favorably. If knight d6, I imagine rook a8 should be a little bit too much for white. So we'll do that. Try to get the rook to a8 here. We're happy to see a trade. Our knight's gonna get to d5. You know, bishop against knight should be kind of comfy. Hello to Keith McKinnon in the chat. It's a pleb dominant chat at the moment. The subs have put away their swords and I can see a pleb revolt taking place. I see the makings of one. The mods are asleep, you know, like in the dead of night. The Trojan horse is being wheeled to the front of the castle. I sense the pleb uprising is imminent. 5-minute games are putting all the subs to bed and the plebs are rising like the rodents of the night. Too many things hanging here. GG. I've been getting black like every game. Yeah, you didn't resign, you know. I'm playing Papa 1960. If that's the year he's born, then I'm actually pretty scared. Two moves. I guess this is the B6 speedrun. You know, didn't occur to me until now. Let's go here. Probably knight c6 next. I think the ideas aren't transferable, Amadan, and you know, if I am responsible for creating you know, just a powerhouse army of system players, I only want that responsibility for the white pieces. I couldn't handle the comments when every single person with white and black plays the London. I'll stick with the white pieces for now. guess we'll do this. Okay, concerning move, of course. A3, knight c6. Probably the bishop comes back to d3. But at least, even if I have to keep my bishop here, it has a good diagonal now, so it's not the worst. Bishop here might get met by bishop g5. Classic. Knight g5. I hate the look of that move already. I think I might go knight c6 here. Takes. Should be good. Just gonna go queen f3 most likely. I think it's worth the memes. Let's play here. Questionable move. But that's what my chess is all about these days. So let's play this strange looking move. I think queen f3 looks more than reasonable. The thing is b3, like, it's always knight c3. Yeah, here I kind of have to play g6, it looks like. But then he wants to go queen f3. So I do have my option here of playing this move, which is what I was planning to do. Or the much more logical, this. It takes in like queen here, for example. Because I was planning to go here, takes, knight e3, queen h3, forced, and then knight takes f1. So I think I'll commit to my losing idea. You gotta commit to the part. He's only got one move. It would have been nice if his pawn was on h3 or something. I think this one probably has to be the move. I was thinking about bishop e7. Then I have to deal with this check and take this pawn, so yeah, I'll probably go here. This knight's going to be coming back here. He's getting his pieces out very quickly. Bishop e4 is a highly disturbing move. Maybe bishop c5. Continue to go all in. Because moving the rook is no good. So let's go here. I think we got to take it back. Yes, this move looks good. For some reason I didn't actually like notice he could do that move, or I might have been a little more bothered from the start. Nevertheless, this looks a little bit forced. That doesn't look right at all. I think we just gotta slap our rook on d8 and pray. So here goes. a5, maybe if he plays a3, and like definitely d3. I want to tie a piece down to that pawn. So this is our act. Bishop c4 was all with this in mind. So here is queen e7, which is what he wants. So I have to do this. Oh, I can't take that. Okay, gotta go here. There we go. Corleone chess. Don Corleone. All right, let's play b6. 5-minute games. So I have enough time to essentially flag a 3-minute game and then keep going. These 2 extra minutes are really helping me out here. Let's play c5. A few people have played this against me, and I'm not convinced that it's a good line. Takes here. Bishop e5 check here. Does look suspicious with the queen on c2. But I can play knight d7. Let's do it. Plus, after bishop e5, I can probably consider knight c6. But knight d7 is even completely fine, it looks like. Ooh, allowing this does not does not look great. Let's start with that. And after this move, I have a few options. My first option is to take and play knight d7 and then queen takes back here. The other option is just take the bishop, keep things simple. The reason why I think I'm going to take the rook in this case is because after knight here, if he doesn't take that rook, I think it's a pretty comfortable edge. So I'll take this, play knight d7, and then I think he's got to take me, and I'm happy with my queen on this long diagonal. Happier than if I took here. Queen g2 is, you know, kind of an idea. move actually makes quite a bit of sense. Let's go bishop d6. Actually is a threat. I will take that pawn, by the way. He's guarding it there, but I'm getting all my pieces out here. Meanwhile, he's stuck defending a few pawns in the position. Let's go here. Still threatening these, so a move like bishop there should not be considered. Let's add some pressure. If rook here, bishop takes a3. Where do we want to put this guy? There's an idea to put it here and trap that rook on a7, but it's kind of annoying to actually attack it. So I'm thinking we'll just bring that bishop all the way back. Rook takes a7, and then something like knight f6, and I'm not sure how he's defending that pawn. That looks like the plan. Now we want to take here. Rook a4, b5 is quite strong. c5, we're just going to be taking that. Knight d5 as well. Rook a6, clever. We can start with knight d5, or we can just take. Rook takes, knight d5, rook b3. Yeah, we can take and then take on d4, but I think knight to d5 first is it should be a little bit nastier. This is also a threat, so bishop f2, which is kind of the move you would think would be played, gets met very easily. Now we take here. Bishop b4 is covered, so even a move like this, I can just get my king out nice and easy. And I think I will make my life easier by going back to c8. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? Yeah, let's go here so we can maybe bring the rook to b8, start pushing this pawn. The pawn on b4 is perfect, defended by the bishop from b8. So a move like knight f4 would take it, play b5, b4. Should be enough. Put that pawn on b4. And if bishop takes, we'll go rook takes d4. 2 pawns up in rook endgame. Should be good enough. And yeah, if he wants to protect that pawn, that's fine. Now I've got this protected, and we should be all good. Let's go king here. King d3, we can go maybe e5. I was going to go king here, but suppose there's a check that he has available. So it might have to be g6 angle. Bishop here takes e5. Should be simplifying into a king and pawn endgame, which I would be I would be upset if that was not winning. That would be annoying. I think we gotta try this. Going for e5 here. Yeah, check, f5. Let's go g5. f4, e5 looks like what I want. It's one of those positions where, yeah, if you don't take it right away, you're probably not going to take it. We go here because we don't want to deal with this check, and then we play probably bishop there and pawn to d3. Assuming that he won't let us do that, though. If he takes, we go back to d6. We can actually pre-move this because even h3, king h4 will be winning, so. This is the technique I almost always use to mate with king and queen, like with pre-moves, just one of the easier ones you can utilize. Here we go, GG. 2400, yay. We made it. A difficult journey. But we cracked 2400 with some, a lot of close time scrambles today.